The Catholic Church, nearly 2,000 years old, stands as one of the most enduring institutions in human history. Its roots intertwine deeply with the early Christian movement, claiming a continuous lineage from the apostles of Jesus Christ. This bold assertion has sparked debates among theologians and historians alike. To truly understand the origins of the Catholic Church, we must journey back to its perceived beginning, a narrative that unfolds over centuries, beginning with Jesus Christ, a Messiah's mission. The story begins in the humble town of Bethlehem, in the small province of Judea, during the reign of Caesar Augustus. Jesus of Nazareth, born between 6 and 4 BCE, emerged as a figure of profound spiritual and moral influence. Though much of his early life remains undocumented, the Gospels present a man deeply rooted in Jewish traditions, one who expanded upon them in revolutionary ways. At around 30 years of age, Jesus began his public ministry. His baptism by John the Baptist marked a pivotal moment, inaugurating his mission as the long-awaited Messiah. Over the next 3 years, Jesus traveled across Palestine, preaching, performing miracles, and gathering followers. His teachings resonated with diverse groups: fishermen, tax collectors, women, and even societal outcasts. Among his followers were 12 apostles, along with 70 disciples, forming the foundation of what would later become the church. What set Jesus apart was not only his message, but also his approach. He spoke to the downtrodden, the marginalized, and those yearning for hope. His teachings emphasized love, compassion, and forgiveness, challenging the religious and social norms of his time. A new message building upon Jewish law, Jesus introduced a radical emphasis on personal connection with God, free from rigid rituals and external displays of piety. His message, combined with his miraculous healings and charismatic presence, garnered both adoration and hostility. To the Roman authorities and Jewish leaders, Jesus was a disruptive force, a potential threat to their power and traditions. Jesus' mission culminated in Jerusalem, where he was welcomed as a king but soon faced betrayal, trial, and crucifixion. According to Christian tradition, his resurrection 3 days later became the cornerstone of the faith. This belief in Jesus' resurrection transformed his followers, imbuing them with a sense of purpose and urgency to spread his teachings. The birth of Christianity. Initially, Jesus' followers considered themselves a sect within Judaism. They adhered to Jewish customs while interpreting Jesus' resurrection as the fulfillment of Jewish prophecy. However, the movement began to evolve, especially as it attracted Gentile converts. This transition was largely driven by the Apostle Paul. Paul, once a devout Jew and fierce persecutor of Christians, experienced a dramatic conversion. He became one of Christianity's most influential figures, traveling extensively to establish churches and penning epistles that would later form a significant portion of the New Testament. Paul's teachings emphasized salvation through faith in Jesus, rather than strict adherence to Jewish law, making Christianity accessible to non-Jews. The Council of Jerusalem, held around 50 CE, marked a turning point. Early Christian leaders, including Peter and Paul, debated whether Gentile converts needed to follow Jewish customs. Ultimately, they decided that faith in Jesus was sufficient, allowing the movement to transcend its Jewish origins. A gradual expansion. Christianity's growth was neither immediate nor uniform. Initially, it spread within Jewish communities around the Mediterranean. Over time, major cities like Antioch became hubs of Christian activity. It was in Antioch that the term Christian was first used to describe the followers of Jesus. The early Christians faced significant challenges. Persecution by Roman authorities was common, as the new faith was seen as a threat to traditional Roman religion and societal norms. Despite this, Christianity grew, fueled by its universal message of love and salvation. The religion's inclusivity appealed to diverse groups. Slaves, women, the poor, and the marginalized found solace in its teachings. The role of martyrdom. Martyrdom played a critical role in Christianity's expansion. Early Christians who faced death for their faith inspired others through their courage and conviction. Stories of martyrs spread, strengthening the resolve of believers and drawing new converts. These sacrifices underscored the transformative power of the Christian message, which promised eternal life to those who believed. From sect to church. As Christianity expanded, it developed a more formal structure. By the 2nd century, A hierarchy of bishops, priests, and deacons emerged, providing organization and unity. The church also began to define its doctrines, canonizing scriptures and creating creeds to articulate its beliefs. One of the earliest references to the term Catholic comes from a letter written by St. Ignatius of Antioch around 108 CE. The word, meaning universal, reflected the church's mission to reach all people, regardless of background. Constantine and the Roman Empire. A pivotal moment in Christian history came in the early 4th century with Emperor Constantine. Before Constantine, Christians had endured centuries of persecution. In 313 CE, he issued the Edict of Milan, granting religious tolerance throughout the empire. For the first time, Christians could practice their faith openly. Constantine's support transformed Christianity from a persecuted sect into a state-sanctioned religion. He funded church construction, convened councils to resolve theological disputes, and promoted Christian leaders. The First Council of Nicaea, held in 325 CE, was a landmark event. This gathering of bishops established the Nicene Creed, a statement of faith central to Christian doctrine. Under Constantine and his successors, Christianity's influence grew. By the late 4th century, Emperor Theodosius I declared Christianity the official religion of the Roman Empire. The church's structure and authority were further solidified, laying the groundwork for its future dominance. Debates and divisions. Despite its growth, the early church faced internal and external challenges. Theological debates over the nature of Christ and the Trinity led to schisms and the rise of heresies. Church leaders addressed these issues through councils and writings, striving to maintain unity. The question of the church's origins also sparked controversy. While Catholics trace their lineage directly to Jesus and the apostles, others argue that the institutional church, as we know it, emerged later. The Protestant Reformation in the 16th century reignited these debates, challenging the authority and practices of the Catholic Church. The legacy of Catholicism today, the Catholic Church remains a global institution with over 1 billion members. Its history is a tapestry of faith, resilience, and transformation. From its humble beginnings in Judea to its central role in shaping Western civilization, the Church's journey is a testament to the enduring power of belief. The origins of Catholicism are complex and multifaceted, shaped by historical events, theological developments, and cultural shifts. Whether viewed as a direct continuation of Jesus' mission or as the product of centuries of evolution, the Catholic Church's impact on the world is undeniable. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time on the channel.